In this video, I'm going to discuss the Tampa Bay Area housing market for the week of November 29th through December 5th. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Bryan, and I'm your Tampa Bay Area real estate expert. Let's go ahead and dive into these numbers here. So, spoiler alert, every single category except for two went up, and that's probably to do with last week being Thanksgiving. So if you don't want to watch, just give me a thumbs up for giving you the heads up now and go about your business. But if you want to stick around as I dive into the numbers, break them down, you're welcome to do that as well. So let's get started with single family homes in Hillsborough County. Last week, there were 256 new homes that hit the market. That was up from the previous week. 8 of those were under $250,000. 158 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 71 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and there were 19 above $1 million. There were 608 price reductions. That was up from last week. 24 of those were under $250,000. 410 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 153 were between $500,000 and $1 million. And there were 28 above 1 million. There were 444 homes that sold last week. That was up from the previous week. 19 of those were under $250,000. 316 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 94 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and there were 22 above $1 million. And there were 317 homes that went under contract last week. That was up from the previous week. 34 of those were under $250,000. 199 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 73 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and there were 16 above $1 million. So on a net inventory basis, Hillsborough County actually went down. There were 256 new homes that hit the market and 317 that went under contract. All right, so let's cross the bridge over to Pinellas County. There were 158 homes that hit the market last week. That was up from the previous week. 10 of those were under $250,000. 84 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 46 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and there were 18 above $1 million. There were 368 price reductions. That was up from the previous week. 12 of those were under $250,000. 195 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 116 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and there were 48 above $1 million. There were 211 homes that sold last week. That was up from the previous week. 19 of those were under $250,000. 118 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 62 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and there were 16 above $1 million. There were 178 homes that went under contract last week. That was up from the previous week. 13 of those were under $250,000. 107 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 50 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and there was 11 above $1 million. So inventory on a net basis in Pinellas County also fell, with 158 new homes hit the market and 178 went under contract. Up in Pasco County, there were 255 new homes that hit the market. That was up from the previous week. 41 of those were under $250,000. 165 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 50 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and there was 2 above $1 million. There was 383 price reductions. That was up from the previous week. 57 of those were under $250,000. 243 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 83 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and there was 3 above $1 million. There were 267 homes that sold last week. That was up from the previous week. 33 of those were under $250,000. 162 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 70 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and there were 3 above $1 million. And there were 230 homes that went under contract last week. That was up from the previous week. 32 of those were under $250,000. 139 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 60 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and there were 2 above $1 million. So inventory on a net basis grew in Pasco County last week. 255 new hit the market, and only 230 went under contract. All right, so let's go a little bit further north up to Hernando County. There were 87 new homes that came on the market last week. That was up from the previous week, with 11 of those being under $250,000, 68 between $250,000 and $500,000, 7 between $500,000 and $1 million, and there was 1 at $1 million plus. There were 112 price reductions. That was up from the previous week. 11 of those were under $250,000. 88 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 14 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and there were 0 above $1 million. There were 80 homes that sold last week. That was up from the previous week, with 10 of those under $250,000, 63 between $250,000 and $500,000, and 7 between $500,000 and $1 million. And there were 65 that went under contract. That was up from the previous week. 7 of those were under $250,000. 55 were between $250,000 and $500,000, and 4 were between $500,000 and $1 million. So inventory level on a net basis grew in Hernando as well, with 87 new homes that hit the market and only 65 going under contract. So those are your numbers for your single family homes. Now let's go over to the townhomes and condos and go back to Hillsborough County. There were 76 new that hit the market. That was down. So our first stat that is down. 30 of those were under $250,000. 35 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 7 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and there were 4 above $1 million. There were 120 price reductions last week. That was up from the previous week. 32 of those were under $250,000. 74 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 11 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and there were 5 above $1 million. There were 113 homes that sold last week. That was up from the previous week. 38 of those were under $250,000. 63 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 8 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and there were 4 above $1 million. There were 91 that went under contract. That was up from the previous week. 44 of those were under $250,000. 41 were between $250,000 and $500,000, and 9 were between $500,000 and $1 million. All right, over in Pinellas County for townhomes and condos, there were 130 new that were listed last week. That was up from the previous week. 46 of those were under $250,000. 49 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 22 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and there were 13 above $1 million. There were 189 price reductions. 72 of those were under $250,000. 80 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 34 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and 5 were above $1 million. And if you're still around watching this, I apologize for the background noise. I will try to mute it out as much as possible. A big truck just pulled up, and it's just idling there. So where was that? Okay. 113 sold. That was up from the previous week. 50 of those were under $250,000. 38 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 22 were between $500,000 and $1 million. And there were 6 above $1 million. And there were 113 that went under contract. That was up from the previous week. 52 of those were under $250,000. 43 were between $250,000 and $500,000. 16 were between $500,000 and $1 million, and 6 were above $1 million. So inventory grew on a net number in Pinellas County for townhomes and condos, with 130 new hit the market and only 113 going under contract. And up in Pasco County, there were 35 new that hit the market. That was up from the previous week. 7 of those were under $250,000. 27 were between $250,000 and $500,000, and there was 1 between $500,000 and $1 million. There were 60 price reductions. That was up from the previous week. 13 of those were under $250,000. 47 were between $250,000 and $500,000. And there were 57 that sold. That was up from the previous week. 9 of those were under $250,000, and 48 were between $250,000 and $500,000. And there were 36 that went under contract. That was down from the previous week. 6 of those were under $250,000, and 30 were between $250,000 and $500,000. So on a net inventory basis, it technically fell. 35 new, 36 under contract, but pretty much the same in Pasco County. So there you have it. Those are the numbers for the week of November 29th through December 5th. I hope you found this information useful. If you did, give me a thumbs up on the video. Comment below. Let me know. Are you looking at townhomes or are you looking at condos? I kind of like to see what people, value, so I can kind of decide on if I want to continue, doing these types of videos or not. But if you're thinking about making a move, reach out. I would love to help you. My contact information will be below, so feel free to give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email, whatever is most convenient for you. Until next video, take care.